Hello everybody and welcome to my channel of Passage to Knowledge. Today we are going to discuss semantics and their different theories and definition of semantics. So come to the point, what is semantic? If not most, at least many introduction to semantics begin by asking the following question: what is semantics and what does semantics actually study? This seems like a sensible way to start a course on semantics. So we can begin by looking at some of the answers that different authors provide. Each we will study different definition of different authors. Like Loin said that semantics is the study of meaning, and for Hanford and Hazlitt said that semantics is the study of meaning in language. Another scholar who said that semantics is the study for meaning communicated through language. Loebner said in 2002 that semantics is the part of linguistics that is connected with meanings. And Frawley said that linguistic semantics is the study of literal decontextualized grammatical meaning. And the last one, Cradle, who said in 1998 that linguistic semantics is the study of how language organized and express meaning. So this table provides a selection of definitions. Something that can be noticed is that there is no complete agreement. For someone, semantics concerns the study of meaning as communicated through language, while for some others, semantics study all aspects of meaning and they have to add the label linguistic to arrive at more precise definition. This distinction, however, is not generally given much importance, and leaving aside special formulation, probably all authors would agree with Cradle's definition, who says that linguistics semantics is the study of how language organize and express meanings. So semantics come from the Greek semantikos, which means to show or give signs. It is the study of semantics. Semantic study includes the study of how meaning is constructed, interpreted, clarified, obscured, illustrated, simplified, negotiated, contradicted, and paraphrased. In general, however, semantics generally refers to how meanings is conveyed to the symbols of a written language. So we can say that semantics can be defined as that how meaning is conveyed through the symbol or written form. It means words of a language. As we know that sound or patterns of languages are studied at the level of phonology, and the organization of words and sentences are studied at the level of morphology and syntax. And these are organized in such a way that we can convey meaningful messages or receive and understand messages. It means that when we study phonology or syntax morphology, they are organized in such a way that they can give meaningful interaction or meaningful message. Without a meaningful message, we cannot understand. So how is language organized in order to be meaningful? This is the question we try to understand semantic. And semantic, it is the most abstract level of linguistic analysis. Since we cannot see or observe meaning as we can observe and record sounds, Semantic is abstract things we cannot see or observe or can define because it is an abstract, like we can observe sounds. So it is meaning is related very closely to the human capacity to think logically and to understand. So when we try to analyze meaning, we are trying to analyze our own capacity to think and understand, our own ability to create meaning. Difficulty in the study of meaning. The problem of meaning is quite difficult. It is because of its toughness that some linguistics went on to the extent of excluding semantics from linguistics. And they considered that linguistics is not the part of semantic is not the part of linguistics. So they say that it should be excluded from linguistics. Linguistics is the system of abstract. It is a signal system, and as soon as we study semantics, we are no longer studying language, but the semantic system associated with the language. And scholars have long puzzled over what words mean and what they represent, and how they are related to reality. They have at times wondered whether words are more real than objects, and they have struggled to find the essential meaning of words. And it may be interesting to us whether words do have essential meaning. For example, the difficulty may arise in finding out the essential meaning of the word table in water table, dining table, table amendment, and table of 9. In another example, we can say that the abstract word like good create even more problems. Nobody can exactly tell what good really means and how speakers of any language learn to use the word exactly. So that kind of meaning of sentence though largely depend on the meaning of its components, were taken individually, and is also affected by prosodic feature. The connotating use of word add further complication to any theorization about meaning, particularly they are used in metaphor and poetic language. It means connotating mean the extra meaning rather than grammatical or dictionary meaning. So when we use a connotative meaning, it creates many problems because it does not give the exact meaning. Like we use a metaphor in poetic language. So the main difficulty is to account the facts about essential meaning, about multiple meaning and word conditions. Because in poetry, the words exactly mean stand for other meaning, and they do not give exact meaning. Like allegory, simile, they have words in different contexts, meaning in different contexts. So we can say that connotation meaning is more difficult to understand in semantics. Lexical and grammatical meaning. When we talk about meaning, we are talking about the ability of human beings to understand one another when they speak. This ability is to some extent connected with grammar. And a linguist has to take into account at least two different types of meaning: lexical meaning and grammatical meaning. As we say that, like this kind of example, no one could understand what this kind of sentence mean. Hat one, the bought red, green on bought tried remise. There are words, but they are not structured. In the other sentence, like remise tried on the red hat but bought the green one. This kind of sentences give meaning because it is meaningful and it is structured well. There are numerous sentences which are perfectly grammatical but meaningless. Like the most famous example in Chomsky's sentence. He says that colorless green ideas sleep furiously. This kind of sentence, it is grammatically correct. The words are good, but it does not give sense and meaning. We can say that full words have some kind of fundamental meaning, and such words are said to have lexical meaning. But empty words have little or no intrinsic or important meaning. But some thinkers say that there is no essential connection between the words cow and the animal indicated by the word. We can say that how we can say that the words cow has the exact meaning of the same animal, like is related to the animal. We cannot surely say that the cow can refer to the animal, like they have 4 legs and black color and which give milk. So in different culture, the words can be used to the same animal different. So, but we have established this connection by convention, and thus it continues to be so. We can say that the cow in some language like English, they have conveyed and attributed this kind of words to the same animal. According to this idea, there is essential correspondence between the sounds of words and their meaning. For example, the word buzz reproduces the sound made by a bee. So there is a corresponding meaning because bee and buzz, they have sounds, and the sound and the words is exact the same. So it is easy to understand this, but not easy to understand how cow can mean 4-legged bovine. And there is nothing in the sound of the word cow to indicate that. But children often invent words that illustrate the correspondence between sound and the meaning. They may call a cow moo moo because they hear it making the kind of sound. As we have said that when the words and the sound have the same relationship and same correspondence, so it is easy to understand the word meaning, because we know that cow, the sound of cow is everywhere is the same, and cat sounds is the same where is everywhere is the same. So it means that this correspondence meaning when correspondence meaning correct to relate with the sounds, so it can be easy to understand the semantics. So the above idea that words in a language correspond or to stand for the actual object in the real world found in Plato dialogue Cratylus. However, it applies only to some words and not to others. For example, words that do not refer to objects in the real world. So it is very difficult to understand. We can say that when we give a meaning to a words or to some things which are not exactly exist in the real world, so it will not give meaning, and we cannot, a human being cannot understand the meaning true meaning of a word. So if we try to explain the meaning of table, we need to use other words such as 4 legs and woods, and these words in turn can be explained only by means of other means. Okay, thanks you for watching the video. If you have any question, you can ask me in the below comments. Okay, thank you.